Naruto is an anime very famous for its rivalries. Rivals are not enemies, they are friends who inspire you to become someone better by giving you the best competition. So here is the list of top 10 best Naruto rivalries. So let's begin with our list. 10. Rock Lee, Neji Hyuga. When Rock Lee comes with the intention to stop the enemies, they claim that ninjutsu will not affect them, but Lee knocks out the 3 ninjas with taijutsu. Tenten and Might Guy, dressed in a ridiculous outfit that consists of a tutu, arrive. Lee is shown dressed in the same attire as he and Guy resume the training, much to Tenten's disbelief. Just as when he thinks he's better than Neji, Lee realizes that Neji defeated the enemy's leader, hence beating Lee's quantity with quality. Later, Tenten is searching for her valuable photo that she has lost, and claims that she wished Neji was there, due to his Byakugan. Lee attempts to perform Byakugan, and Naruto Uzumaki mistakes him for a suspicious person. Neji arrives, having retrieved Tenten's photo in a matter of seconds, and Lee swears to never to lose to Neji again. Lee challenges Neji, who accepts it, saying that Lee can't win against him. After a week of training, Lee comes back, looking considerably muscular, as well as Guy, who only has his right arm preeminent. The battle begins between Lee and Neji. Lee's speed slows down, allowing Neji to attack, which reveals that Lee and Guy's muscles are fake, but Guy denies it, stating it's chakra. Lee headbutts Neji, resulting in a draw. In the end, Guy invites Lee and Neji for training using the fake muscles, much to Tenten's chagrin. 9. Sakura Haruno, Ino Yamanaka. Sakura and Ino continue exchanging blows. Being at par with each other, neither is able to gain the upper hand, so both soon grow tired. Sakura berates Ino for being too focused on her appearance and beauty rather than her kunoichi skills, and Ino apparently snaps at her insults, cutting her hair and throwing it to the ground. Desperate, Ino tries to use her mind-body switch technique to force Sakura to forfeit, despite knowing how inaccurate it is and that she will be left defenseless if she misses. Sakura dodges the attack and appears to have won, but finds that she is immobilized by the strands of Ino's cut hair, which have been infused with chakra to form a binding rope. Ino is revealed to only have pretended to snap and to use the mind-body switch technique in order to lead Sakura into the trap. She uses the mind-body switch technique again, knowing it cannot miss, and succeeds in gaining control of Sakura's body. 8. Minato Namikaze. A 4th Raikage. Minato Namikaze was Konoha's hero in the Third Great Ninja War. He single-handedly turned the tides of the battle. It was during this war that Minato clashed with A. Both were renowned for the speed, but Minato outright bested him pretty easily. They went on to clash again, several times in the future. 7. Hiruzen Sarutobi. Danzo Shimura. Hiruzen Sarutobi and Danzo both grew during the time when Konoha was formed. He was more talented, which led to a rivalry between the two. Later, as Hiruzen protected the Will of Fire of Konoha, Danzo worked within the shadows and handled all the dirty work. This was, without a doubt, one of the best rivalries. 5. Tobarama Senju. Izuna Uchiha. Tobarama Senju and Izuna Uchiha date back to the Warring States era of the rivalries. These two represented their own clans and fought for glory. In one such battle, Izuna was mortally wounded by Tobarama, which led to his death. This is also one of the rivalries we'd like to see more of. 5. Kakashi Hatake. Might Guy. Kakashi Hatake and Might Guy have one of the best rivalries in Naruto. Might Guy was the one who made Kakashi his rival, since they were polar opposites. While Kakashi was a genius, Guy was dubbed a failure. This, however, did not stop Guy from training hard, and ultimately surpassing Kakashi Hatake. 4. Jiraiya. Orochimaru. Jiraiya and Orochimaru were both students of the Third Hokage. They probably were best friends, so the rivalry was different. Jiraiya fought Orochimaru to stop him in his twisted ways, but failed. They also developed a rivalry over the students. While Jiraiya trained Naruto, Orochimaru trained Sasuke. 3. Indra Otsutsuki. Asura Otsutsuki. Probably the longest ever rivalry in Naruto is that of Indra and Asura. They were both children of the Sage of Six Paths. However, when Hagoromo passed power to Asura, Indra fought his brother out of bitterness. They would have been higher up the list, but sadly we didn't get to see much from these two.
Hashirama Senju, Madara Uchiha again. This rivalry dates back to the Warring States era. Hashirama and Madara were both the leaders of the respective clans during that time. Naturally, they clashed several times, until they eventually stopped, joined the forces together, and created Konoha. However, Madara soon abandoned the village and they both clashed at the final valley for the one last time. This is where Madara was defeated, and presumed dead by the entire shinobi world. 1. Naruto Uzumaki, Sasuke Uchiha. I don't think there's any doubt behind Naruto and Sasuke topping the list. Naruto vs Sasuke is one of best rivalries in anime, let alone Naruto. These two grew up similarly, yet adopted totally different ways of life. Ultimately, things were settled between the two at the final valley. Both Naruto and Sasuke have now devoted their life to save Konoha and the shinobi world. Who's your favorite? Let me hear you guys out in the comments so you can get connected with me on Snapchat Vibes16 and Instagram. Stay tuned. Smartest best anime series to watch. It's Pokemon Go everywhere, but we anime fans are too lazy to get out of our home to catch some, so here are some best detective anime series you can sit and enjoy watching. 10. Psychic Detective Yakumo. Reserved college student Yakumo Saito was born with a red left eye that allows him to see ghosts and spirits. He uses it with the belief that if he can communicate with them and resolve any issue they may have, then the ghost or spirit can move on to the afterlife. A fellow college student named Haruka Ozawa appears one day, asking him for help to save her friend, who she believes is being possessed by a spirit. He reluctantly accepts and afterward gets involved in other supernatural-related mysteries with her helping him. 9. Ungo Ungo is set in a war-torn Tokyo, in a near-future Japan. In response to Japan sending the military abroad as peacekeeping forces, terrorists launched multiple attacks on Japan, killing many people and destroying much of its cityscapes. Sometime after the war receded to a period of uneasy peace, the Japanese parliament passed the Information Privacy and Protection Act, which gives the Japanese government control over the internet. Detective Shinjiro Yuki and his strange partner Inga Mega, living in solving crimes and exposing human souls, all influenced in some way by the dystopian backdrop. 8. Monster Drive. Kenzo Tenma is a young Japanese brain surgeon, working at Eisler Memorial Hospital in Dusseldorf. Tenma is dissatisfied with the political bias of the hospital in treating patients and seizes the chance to change things after a massacre brings fraternal twins Johann and Anna Liebert into the hospital. Johann has a gunshot wound to his head, and Anna mutters about killing. Tenma operates on Johann instead of the mayor, who arrived later. Johann is saved, but Mayor Rodecker dies. Tenma loses his social standing. Director Heinemann and the other doctors in Tenma's way are mysteriously murdered, and both children disappear from the hospital. The police suspect Tenma, but they have no evidence and can only question him. 7. Go Sick. Go Sick takes place in 1924 in a small, French-speaking fictional European country which stretches in a CONT reading.